Hi team, welcome to today's workout. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get started, I will remind you, please make sure to check in once we are finished. You can do that just below the video player here. As well, please make use of the stretching video that is also available to you to keep your body feeling nice and healthy and happy. All right, so today's workout, we're going to do supersets with plank hold. So how this is going to work is we're going to have our superset first. So our two exercises that are going to go back and forth, working different parts of our bodies while the other rests. All right, we're going to do a set amount of reps for each exercise. We're going to go through that superset twice. After those 2 rounds, we're going to get ourselves into some sort of plank for 1 whole minute. I will show you how to do everything we are going to do today. So let's get started. Number 1, we're going to do something called Bulgarian split squats. We're going to do 10 per side of those. After that, we're going to do 20 bicep curls. Then our plank for this one for our 1 minute is going to be a regular front plank. I'll show you these things and then we will get started. So Bulgarian split squat. If you have something that you can put your foot up behind you on, feel free to use it. If not, you can just turn this into a regular split squat just like so. But for a BSS, Bulgarian split squat, we're going to put that foot up onto whatever apparatus we are going to use. From here, thinking of this as a downward motion, you're going to drop your center of gravity down towards your knee in the front, pushing up through your heel in order to stand up. We're going to do 10 on one side, then we're going to switch over and do 10 on the other. After that, we are switching to bicep curls. So 20 bicep curls. We're going to start feet shoulder width apart with a slight bend in our knees. We're going to glue our elbows to our ribs. They are not going to move. After that, we're just going to curl all the way up, all the way down with our weights, making sure we're going all the way down. If we stop in the middle, that's only going to work part of the muscle, all right? And we want to make sure that you're working all of it. So 20 of those, both hands at the same time. Then we are switching to a front plank. So this is a plank position on the floor. That being said, if you find that's just a bit too intense, feel free to stand up, lean against something like a wall, a set of stairs, a chair, anything that's going to have you standing up taller is going to make this easier for you. All right. So we're getting into that plank on our elbows, keeping a nice straight line from our shoulder to our contact point with the floor, whether that's your knees or your toes, completely up to you. No bums in the air. Bring that bum down nice and low. We're going to squeeze our cores nice and tight, breathing normally the whole time. All right. So let's start with that BSS here, team. 10 per side. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and if you need something to hold on to, please feel free to use it. 4, 5, and 6, 7, almost there, and 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep going team. 5, and 6, 7, almost there. 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching to our bicep curls. Grab your weights, whether you have dumbbells, soup cans, or water bottles, switching to those. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, all the way up, all the way down here, team. And 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. And 11, and 12, 13, 14, almost there, team. 15, 16, stay with me now. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching back to our BSS final round of both of these. Then we'll get into our plank in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, so just dropping that center of gravity down towards that knee, pushing up through that heel to stand up. and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3. Keep going, team. 4, and 5, 6. Almost there. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, final bicep curls here, team. Then we will switch to our plank in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2. Keeping those elbows glued to your ribs, using them as your hinge point. 5, and 6, 7. Keep going, team. 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, and 12, 13. Almost there, team. 14, 15. Stay with me now. 16. Ooh, feeling the burn on this one for sure. 19 and 20. Whew, all right. And switching to our plank here, team. And let's get into position in 3, 2, 1, and go. So up into our plank position, keeping that core squeezed nice and tight the whole time. Breathing normally. Remember to keep that bum down, all right? No bums in the air, squeezing that core nice and tight. If you do find bringing your bum down is making it harder for you, feel free to start on your toes, switch to your knees, or just start on your knees for the whole minute, all right? Ooh, 30 seconds, we're halfway through. Excellent job, team. Stay with me now. All right, 15 seconds, almost there. Excellent work. 5, and 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. All right, awesome job today, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water, and then we'll move on to the next one, all right? Whew. All right, team. Take a deep breath with me. Here we go, and in, and out. All right, moving on here, team. We are switching to adductor lift, 10 per side of those, 20 pull aparts. Then we are going to plank for our 1 minute on our left sides. I will show you how to do these things, and then we will get started. So, an adductor lift, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start laying on one side, just like this. We're gonna put our bottom leg out straight, and then we're gonna kind of bring our upper bodies forward, so you're leaning your top hand and your top foot in front of you, just like this. From here, keeping that bottom leg nice and straight, you're just very gently going to lift that foot up towards the ceiling, just like this. Make sure to keep your hips square to the floor. You're not twisting your hips or your leg as you lift. Staying in that nice square position. It may not feel like you're lifting very high. That is fine. Just as long as you're getting that lift, chances are you're going to feel it on the inside of your thighs, just like that. We're going to do 10 on one side. Then we're going to switch over and do 10 on the other. After that, we are switching to pull aparts. Now, if you have a stretch band, feel free to use it. If not, you can still use weights for this, all right? So standing feet shoulder width apart, slight bend in our knees. If you're using a band, your hands are just slightly wider on the band, just like this. If you're using your weights, you can just stick your hands together, just like so. But we're gonna put our hands, or our arms rather, straight out in front of us. We're gonna pull the weight behind us, keeping our shoulder blades down nice and low on our backs. We're gonna squeeze our shoulder blades together, just like this. Back squeeze, back squeeze. All right, 20 of those. Then we are going to switch to our left side plank. So we're on our left arms, on our left sides, getting down onto our side. What you can do, you have two options for this. The simpler option, you're gonna swing that bottom leg underneath, bracing yourself on your calf and your forearm just like this, squeezing your core the whole time. Or if you're feeling a bit more ambitious, you can do this from your feet, all right? One thing to think about, try to get your shoulder directly over your bottom elbow. If you're out like this at an angle, that's gonna put a lot of unnecessary pressure on your shoulder, all right? So make sure you're getting that nice 90-degree angle from your shoulder straight through your elbow into the floor. All right, so those are your two options. We're gonna hold that for our final minute. So let's get started with our adductor lift, 10 per side. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, remember to keep those hips nice and square to the floor. This may not feel like a big range of movement, and that is fine. And 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going, team. Gently lifting. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching to our pull-aparts. Grab your band or your weights, whatever you have handy. Here we go, 20 of these in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Keep going, team. 5, and 6, 7. Keeping those shoulder blades down nice and low, squeezing those shoulder blades together in the back. 10, 11, 12. Stay with me now. 13, 14, almost there. 15, 16, 17, 18, almost done. 19, and 20. All right, back to our adductor lift. Final round of those. Then we are going to switch into our left side plank. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. Keep going, team. 6, 7. Very gentle lift. 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3. Keep going, team. 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, final pull aparts here, team. Final 20 of these, then we'll switch to that left side plank. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going, team. 6. Shoulder blades down nice and low on your back, rounding your shoulder blades together, squeezing them behind you. 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, 12, 13, 14. Almost there, team. 15, 16. Almost done. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching to our left side plank. Remember to modify this if you need to. You have 2 ways of doing this. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and up. Squeezing that core nice and tight. Breathing normally. If you start on your feet and end up on your knees rather, that's completely fine with me. Breathing normally. Keeping that core nice and squeezed. Good. 20 seconds left. Almost done here, team. 10. Ooh, almost there. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, all right. Awesome job, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water, and then we'll move on to the next one, all right? Whew. All right, team. Take a deep breath with me. Here we go. And in and out. All right. Moving on here, team. We are going to do 10 per side of something called swinging lunges. We are going to do 20 chest press. And then we are going to hold a right side plank, switching sides for our final minute. All right. I'll show you how to do these things, and then we will get started. So a swinging lunge combines a reverse lunge and a forward lunge. So reverse lunge, we're swinging that leg behind us, dropping our center of gravity down towards that front knee, pushing up through your heel in order to stand up. From here, the back leg is going to swing forward to about a 45-degree angle. You're going to lean yourself forward onto it again, thinking of this as a downward motion. You're going to drop that center of gravity down towards your knee, pushing up through your heel in order to stand up. Each direction is 1. So it's 1, 2, all right. We're going to do 10 per side of those, 10 one side, then we'll switch over. After that, we are switching to 20 chest press. So a chest press, you're going to need some weights for this. We're going to lay down on the floor, on our backs, knees bent up towards the ceiling, just like so. From here, your elbows are pointing away from you. Hands are pointed up towards the ceiling, holding one weight in either hand. You're just going to push those weights straight up over your body, just like so. All right, 20 of those. Then we are switching to a right side plank. So right side plank, again, you have those two options. You can swing that bottom leg underneath, holding up just like so, or you can do this from your feet, holding that for our final minute. So let's get started here, team, with our swinging lunges. 10 per side of these. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So always pushing up through the heel of whatever heel is in front of you at the time. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching legs. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Nice work, team. 5. Stay with me now. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching to our chest press. First 20 of these. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Keep going, team. 6, and 7, all the way up to 20. 8, 9, and 10. Halfway through. 11, and 12, 13, almost there, team. 14, 15, say it with me now. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching back to our swinging lunge. Final 10 per side. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay with me now, team. 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going, team. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, final chest press. Final 20 of these. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going, team. 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep going. We're almost done. 11, and 12, 13, 14. Stay with me, team. 15, 16. Almost done. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching to our right side plank for our 1 minute here. Let's get into position. Here we go, team. In 3, 2, 1, and go. So up, squeezing that core nice and tight. Breathing normally. And if you can remember, try to keep that shoulder directly over that bottom elbow. Keep some of that pressure off of your shoulder, all right? Squeezing that core nice and tight. Nice work, team. We've got 20 seconds left. All right, 10, almost there. Stay with me now. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, all right, awesome work, team. Let's take this quick break, grab some water, and then we'll move on to the last one, all right? Whew. All right, team, take a deep breath with me. Here we go, and in and out. All right, last one here, team. We're going to do 20 hip lift kickouts, 10 per side of something called tricep kickbacks. Then we are going to do a hip lift hold for our final minute, for our final plank. I'll show you how to do these things, and then we will get started. So a hip lift kickout. We're gonna start laying down on our backs, knees bent up towards the ceiling, just like so. From here, we're going to keep our feet and our knees nice and close together. They are gonna touch, but they are gonna be nice and close. We're gonna lift our hips up off the floor, squeezing our bums at the top nice and tight. We're just gonna kick one foot out at a time, back and forth, just like this, all right? Back, forth, back, forth. 20 of those, or 10 per side, each leg is 1. After that, we are switching to tricep kickbacks. And I'm just about to see if I was a bit ambitious with my weights today. So, tricep kickbacks, we're going to get into table position. So on our hands and knees, just like so. You're gonna grab one of your weights, you're gonna hold it in one hand, you're gonna drive that elbow up beside you, gluing it to your rib cage, using that as a hinge point, all right? From there, we're just gonna straighten our arms straight back, just like this, all right? We're gonna do 10 on one side, then we're gonna switch over and do 10 on the other. After that, we are switching to hip lifts for our final hold. So, final plank, laying down on our backs again. We're going to lift our hips, squeezing our bum at the top, holding this for our final minute. There's a good chance you're going to feel a stretch in your quads, all right? Your muscles on top of your thighs. That is completely normal, and it actually feels quite good to be in this position that long, all right? So let's get started with our hip lift kickouts. 20 of these. Here we go, team. Feet and knees nice and close together. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep those hips up, squeezing that bum at the top. 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway, 11, 12, 13, 14. Almost there, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching to our tricep kickbacks. 10 per side of these. Let's grab one of our weights. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Using that elbow as your hinge point. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going, team. 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching back to our hip lift kickouts. Final 20 of these. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that bum nice and tight, nice and squeezed. 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stay with me now, team. Hips up nice and high. 18, 19, 20. Whew. All right, switching to our final tricep kickbacks. Then we're going to switch to our hip lift hold for our final minute. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Keep going, team. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2. Remember to keep that elbow glued to your ribs. When we're tired, we have the tendency to drop our elbows when doing triceps. 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. All right. Switching to our final hip lift hold for our final minute. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. So lifting, squeezing that bum at the top. If that gets quite intense for you, release your squeeze and just hold yourself in this hip lift position. Awesome job. Stay with me now. Again, you may feel that quad stretch in the fronts of your thighs. That's completely normal. Just breathing normally in and out. Almost done. 10 more seconds. Stay with me now here, team. Ooh. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. All right, that is it, team. We are finished. Thank you so much for joining me today. I always appreciate you being here. Now that we are finished, please remember to check in. You can do that just below the video player here. As well, please, if you feel comfortable with it, I would love to see your sweaty selfie on social media. You can tag me on both Facebook and Instagram at M12 Fitness Liz. All right? Thanks again so much, team, and I will see you next time.